Hi, welcome to today's Tip Tuesday. This week's topic is how to maintain a sleep schedule while your child is at daycare or at a sitter's. And this is a question I recently received and I thought it was a really good one, and I decided to make it this week's topic so that we could answer it in a little bit more detail. So we're going to break this into 3 parts. So the first part is going to be communication. The second part is going to be sleep environment. And the third part is going to be schedule adaptation. So the first part is good communication is key. It's really helpful if you can provide a written schedule with all of your tips and tricks that you use to help your child sleep. I actually have a printout that you guys can use. You can download it and you can share it with whoever is taking care of your child, whether it be a daycare or a family member or a nanny, whatever, but it can provide them those necessary details and information so that they can refer back to it whenever they need, so that they can do their best to maintain your child's sleep schedule. And then if your child's sleep schedule changes, you can just simply update it and then share it with them again so that they can stay up to date with your child's sleep needs. So the second part is to try and make their sleep environment as close to home as possible. So wherever possible, have your daycare provider use the same items for sleep that your child uses at home. So for instance, if your child is used to sleeping with a white noise machine and a sleep sack, you either provide those items by bringing yours with you, or a good idea is to purchase a second set of your child's sleep items so that you can either keep them at your daycare if they'll let you, or leave them at the sitter's house. And then you don't have to worry about forgetting them or toting them back and forth. It's also very helpful to try and have your sitter maintain your child's nap time routine. I also have a spot on my handout that you can go over your nap time routine in detail so that they can know what all they need to do. And if you don't have a nap time routine, it's really simple. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can do just a mini version of your bedtime routine, or you can do something as simple as, say, a diaper change. There is a fly. Whoa, sorry. You can do something as simple as like a diaper change, and then putting your child in their crib or in their bed, putting on their sleep sack, turning off the light, singing the song you sing at bedtime, whatever. Really, the important part is consistency, because consistency is key, especially with children. Having routine allows your child to know what to expect. This routine and doing these same things over and over also can train their mind to recognize that it's time to sleep and can help them nap a little bit easier. So our last tip is to adapt your home schedule as needed, because perhaps your daycare is just unable to follow your typical routine for whatever reason, or maybe they don't allow key parts of your child's ideal sleep environment. For instance, some daycares don't allow your child to sleep in a totally dark room. And you know what? That's okay. As parents, big part of the job is to adapt, and so that's what we're going to do. So one thing that can really help is if you talk to your daycare provider or your sitter each day when you pick your child up, and just do a quick overview of what happened with their sleep that day. Did they take naps? Did they sleep for very long? So when their naps were, how long they slept, all of that stuff, so that you have the full picture of what their sleep needs are going to be for the rest of the evening. So for instance, let's say they have a day where they just do not do well with naps at daycare. That's okay. You can take them home, and maybe you decide that they just need a 30 or 40 minute cat nap before dinner so that they can make it until bedtime. Just fine. Or maybe you decide, because of how naps went at daycare, to push bedtime up by 20 or 30 minutes that night. Also fine. Ultimately, you are the parent, and you are going to have the knowledge of what your child needs and also of what their sleep needs are. So if you need to adjust their schedule, that's totally fine. But ultimately, what will help with that is making sure that your child sleeps well at night, because a good night sleeper is more likely to be able to handle like changes in their day sleep schedule and routine easier than a child that doesn't sleep well at night. Night sleep is much more restorative than day sleep, and so if they can sleep well at night, that's gonna take them farther. Also, those habits that they build, learning how to sleep through the night, are what will help them to eventually be able to take good naps. Sometimes it's just something that they learn with age. They'll have to get used to sleeping at daycare or at the sitter's house, but kids are very adaptable. They'll get used to, even if the routine ends up being a little bit different, they'll get used to how things are there, and they'll be okay. But I would say the number one thing, if you're really struggling with it, is make sure that their night sleep is good, and then the naps will come after. So thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can comment or you can send me a message. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!